All right, we will go through the answers for the weekly revision. So when we take a look at question 7, how do you approach it? It says that the diagram shows part of a regular polygon. How many sides does the polygon have? Let's just look back at the question. Question talks about a regular polygon. What is so special about a regular polygon? All sides have the same length, right? So if all sides have the same length, that's why there is this line over here. So all these lengths are the same. So if all the lengths are the same and you have one angle that is inside, that's the interior angle, that's 165 degrees, interior angle. How can we find the number of sides? So we have 3 formula that we can recall from what we have learned. Total interior angle, n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Total exterior, 360 degrees. One interior, one exterior, 180 degrees. So which one do you think we can use? Which formula? The last one. Okay. Why the last one? Because we are actually given one interior angle, right? Being 165. So can we find one exterior angle? Yes? Okay. So this is the interior angle. To find the exterior angle, actually it's the one that is outside. If we were to extend this line, this one will give us the exterior angle. So based on one interior angle plus one exterior angle equals 180 degrees. If the interior is already 165, so therefore one exterior angle equals to 180 degrees minus 165, and that will give us 15 degrees. Yep. Okay, so if one exterior angle is 15 degrees, and we also know that all exterior angles is 360, then how many times of this 15, right, will give us 360? So what's the next step? Divide. 360 divided by 15. So number of exterior angle 360 divided by 15. That gives us 24. So if there are 24 angles, then the polygon will have 24 sides. So therefore, n equals to 24. Layla managed to get that? Okay, great. Let's move on. Question 8. Question 8 is a stem and leaf diagram. Shows the masses in grams of some peaches. So if we look at the bottom of the diagram, we see a key. This means 170 grams. So how do we find the median mass? What's median? What's that? Median means? Right in the middle, right? Yeah, okay, so the data that is right in the middle, how can we find the median then, based on so many numbers? How do we get the position? We can count. So there are 2 ways, right? One way is that if we count, we strike off the first value, the last value, right? Second value, second last, and then you will reach the middle at some point. Do you all do by that way? Layla, you did by that method? No, not sure. Yeah, you counted. You counted and you are left with something and you divided. Okay, that's one method. Another way is we find the position. So let's try method 1 first, the counting. Layla, you did by position. No, counting as well, I think. Okay, let's see. So by method 1, if we were to count, we strike off first one and the last one. Second, second last. Third last. So on and so forth. No, I think I did something wrong. Let me just try one more time. Okay, first this one and this one. This one and this one, right? Yeah? This one and this one. This one and this one. Left with 179 and 183. So what do we do with these two numbers? We add and we divide by 2, right? And from there, our answer will be 181. So the median will be 181 grams. This is through counting. No issue. Method 1. But we have a problem when the numbers get too large. Then we will continue to keep counting non-stop and use up a lot of time. So what is method 2? Method 2 allows us to actually find the position of the data that we want. So we will start off by finding median position, and we follow a formula which is n plus 1 over 2. So n being the number of data. So how many data sets here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 1 out of 2. That gives us 13 out of 2. 6.5. What does this mean? This means that we have to find the number that is between the 6th position and the 7th position. You can see 6.5 is in between, right? Okay. So which is the 6th position and the 7th position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7th position. So again, we are down to 179 and 183. From here, we find the average. Yeah. So which one seems to work better for you? Method 1? Yeah, so if it's method 1, then and the number of data is not very much, you can go with that. Yeah, okay, we'll move on. Next question. Now we have the mass of a 13th pitch added to the diagram. So the distribution has one mode after it's done. Find the two possible masses that the pitch could have. So now they introduce another word, mode. What's mode? Mode is the one with the greatest what? Greatest frequency. Yeah? So let's have a look at the information given. Which of the numbers seems to be appearing more than the rest? So I see the number 2 here appearing twice. I see the number 3 here appearing twice. So amongst all the masses, we have 172 grams appearing twice, 183 grams appearing twice. So these two happen to be the mode, right? It's bimodal. So if one more pitch is going to be added and that becomes the mode, then the mass of the pitch would either be 172 or 183. You see, because you add one more time of 172, you have 3 2s, right? If you don't, and you add one more time of 183, you have 3 times of 183. So answer will be 172 grams and 183 grams. Is there any working needed for this? No. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. This is on inequalities. So for inequalities, 6x more than 21, what's the next step? Leila? What do you do? Okay, so you brought it down from 6x to x. You divided both sides by 6. Yeah. So 21 out of 6, you will get 7 out of 2. Or you could write it down as 3.5. So both answers are accepted. Okay, this one, I think, no issue. Romana, you have to put down the x greater than. Now what happens if we just write down 3.5 and no inequality? Can or not? How come cannot? How come cannot put down the just 3.5 alone? Yes. You see, if we just write down 3.5, right, as the answer is just one number. What if we put on inequality? Inequality tells us that it's it's not just 3.5 that we are focusing on, but numbers that are greater than that. So it's actually a range of numbers. Okay, next one. Find the smallest prime number that satisfies the inequality. Usually we will draw number line. So 3.5 between which two numbers? 3 and 4. Okay. Now, which is the smallest prime number that we can think of? 5. Yeah, okay. So this one should be straightforward. Okay, move on. Let's skip 10. 11. Solid pyramid has a square base of side 7 and height 6. So find the volume of the pyramid. I've given you the hint. 1/3 times base area times height. So let's apply the formula. 1/3. What's the base area? Dimension square base, side 7. So area of square is 7 times 7, yes. And then the height? Height is 6. So let's bring all the numbers together. Then we will get 98. Okay, so this one is straightforward. Let's move on to the last question. Simultaneous. So for simultaneous equations, there are two things we need to remember. If the coefficients are the same already, either for x or y, if they have the same sign, we subtract. If we have different sign, we add. Okay, so in this case, did you make the x coefficient the same or the y coefficient the same? Which one is easier for us? Layla, which one do you make the same, x or y? You made the x the same. And then for, oh, okay. So same for both of you. You didn't think of making the y the same? Sure, a 2 can become 6 if you want to. No, didn't want. Okay, just want to keep to x, is it? Yeah, no issue. You know, that's good because you don't need to decide on the day of the exam. You just go for your x. So with that, equation 1, equation 2. So with 5x and 3x, common multiple will be 15, right? So equation 1 times 3, that will give us 15x plus 18y equals to 27. This becomes now equation 3. And then equation 2 times 2. No, something, sorry, mistake. Equation 2 times 5. I'm working off the cuff because I did the other way around. I made y coefficient the same. So I times 5, I get 15x minus 10y equals to 20. Correct, huh? Okay, you all double check for me. So now with these two terms, we add or subtract? Subtract, right? So 4 minus 3 or 3 minus 4? 3 minus 4? Yeah. Morning. So 3 minus 4, 15. Morning. Okay, so when we remove the brackets, this one be careful, when we multiply out, we'll get a plus 10y 7. Okay, so from here, our 15x is gone. 18y plus 10y, 28y equals to 7. So from here, y equals to 1/4. Did you all get 1/4? Yeah. Then from here, we sub y equals to 1/4 into equation 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one is easiest for us? Equation 2, okay. So from here, equation 2, three out of 2. So this will be our x. Okay. Did you all manage to get these answers? Okay. Yeah. So that will be it for the weekly revision.